to begin, any seated position, you can sit on the heels, you can cross the legs. Just to find a nice tall upright spine, let the hands rest in the lap, make any kind of movements that you need to kind of settle in or loosen off, clear some of the funk. Shutting off at the eyes when you're ready, and eventually those movements become smaller and slower until you come to a point pretty much of complete stillness, at least externally with the body. Still a lot of internal going on. And just try and focus on that internal, mostly just being that of the breath. So we'll just take one exhale out together. We're going to take 10 easy breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So when you're ready, just go ahead and breathe in. Feel that upwards rising energy, feel the chest inflating, holding briefly at the top. And then easy exhale out. In through the nose. Breathe whole. Out the mouth. In the nose. Out the mouth. Take the next 5 at your pace. Always good to use those exhales to clear any sticky points, both physically in the body or any sticking points within mentally, whether it's repeated thoughts or even about excitement, something that's happening in the near future.
I'm just going to rejoin. The audio is kind of cutting out for me. I'm going to get off, turn off my company intranet, then join back. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Probably soon.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yes, let's try this.
Better? Yeah. Maybe just take the last couple of go. Make your last one a big audible exhale. Maybe finding some of that movement again with the shoulders. And then we're just going to bring the butt down to the ground, if not already, and bring the legs out in front. And so, yeah, just find this shape here with the feet nice and wide, pretty much as wide as your mat, maybe even slightly wider. Hands are going to come down underneath your shoulders, and we're just going to take a couple windscreen wipers here. The knee falls down next to the other foot. Try and keep the feet the same width wide. Maybe even see, sometimes I like to try and roll on the heels, lift the toes and the feet and turn side to side. Now we're going to add on to this movement a little bit. So just first, at least getting somewhat comfortable with this movement. I know it might feel a little tight or restricting on the hips. Cool. So on the next time you come to the right, so have the knees fall down to the right. Press the right hand down behind you. Press the right shin, left knee down. Lift the hips up. Lift the left arm up. And so I want you to really press the points of contact with the floor down, especially with the legs, and drive the hips or thrust the hips forward. And then slowly drop the hips back down. Spin the left hand behind you. Turn the knees to the left. And then lift hips up. Lift the right arm up. And then back down and across. Lift up. Take your time here. Maybe just take 5 rotations each side. And we'll continue adding on to this. So the next time you come to the right, lift up and then just lift the right arm up as well. So both arms reach up. And then you're going to slowly try and come down without the hand. So you're going to pull the hips back in space. You're going to try and plop the butt down. And then maybe see if you can spin knees across without hands. And if you've got it, lean forwards, reach forwards. Good. Yep, you've got it. And try and lift up using the strength of your hips. And then sit back down. If you've moved a little bit like off center off your mat, no worries. Bound to happen. Especially as you're coming down, work on coming down as slowly as you can so you don't just kind of drop your butt down, you just place your butt down. Nice. We'll take one more each side. Good, then just find the middle. Take your feet or legs into butterfly. Soles of the feet together, hands around the feet, and you're just going to flutter the knees. Cool, so then you'll come back into that starting position. Drop the knees to the right, but this time instead of having like triangle shapes, I want you to open up into more of a square shape, or 90-90 that we call this, yeah. So there should be same amount of distance between your foot and your knee as there is between the knee and the hip, yeah. And so we'll face the right leg first. So the hands either side of the right thigh, yeah. Press your hands down, good. And so the first movement is going to be a very small movement. You might not even be able to see here on camera, but if you have a look here at my right foot, we're going to try and keep everything down and lift just the right foot off the floor. We'll just take 5 of these. So lift 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll hold on 5. So you're lifting to this entire inside of your right leg that you're facing. Squeeze all of that, the calf, the hamstring, and release. Cool. Now front knee, just lift the knee up a couple of times. Nice. Rest it down. And now we're going to try and lift the entire shin. So right foot and knee lifting. So press hands down. It's all right. You might be leaning to the right a little bit. Press hands down. Press the back leg down and try and lift the right foot off. Good. And back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on 7. Good. Try and keep the knee and the foot about the same height off the floor. And release. Good. The hands stay here. Come upright again. And just drop the chest out in front of you. And come back up. Drop the chest. And come back up. Maybe see if you can do this with less support on the hand. So maybe just come onto your fingertips. Maybe even just a couple fingers. Maybe even no hands. Good. We'll take 2 more, holding on the last one. So on this next one, reach your chest forward, out here in front, and hold. Whether the hands are up or down, just hold. Keep looking out in front of you for 3, 2, 1, and then pull. Nice. Drop the hands down. Same position. Back leg this time. So you're going to press the hands down. You'll lean the weight forward slightly, and we're going to try and lift the back shin. So left knee and foot. When you're ready, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 7, 6, 5. Keep the chest up. Keep looking forward. 3, 2, 1. Release. Cool. Last little adjustment on this side. The right leg, we're going to try and straighten out in front of you. Yep. So just to help you come a little more squarer, press that hands down, lift the hips, try and turn the right toes up, and then sit back down. Good. Now walk the hands forwards a little so they're kind of beside the shin, and you're just going to pulse the chest forwards here towards the foot. So just for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then release and hold on 7 in your deepest position. You might even reach for the foot, let the head drop down to the knee. Nice. And walk the hands back. You can just use your hands to help bend that right leg again. Find that square shape, spin the left hand behind you, and then just spin over to the other side. So finding that square shape again, plenty of space between left foot and right knee. Hands to frame the left thigh. So first movement is just the left foot, that very small movement. So squeeze and lower, lift and lower. 3, 4, 5. So the knee stays down. 6, 7. Hold, squeeze. Almost like you're trying to tense the arch on your left foot as well. And release. Good. Just lift the knee up a couple times just to find a bit of a reset. And then assume that same starting position again. Now we're going for that front shin. Press the hands down, grow tall through the spine, and lift the left shin and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holding on 7. Again, try and keep the knee and the foot around about the same height. And release. Good. Grow tall again. Press the hands down. This time you're going to extend the chest out in front of you. And then come back up. Chest. Coming back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come out and hold here at your deepest position. Maybe the hands are floating. Maybe you're on like 2 fingertips. Just breathe into that left hip. Press the left knee into the ground and then come back up. Good. Press the hands down. Working into that back leg. So right shin, right knee and foot lifting. Press the hands down. Lean the weight forward slightly. When you're ready, lift and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a foot work. Holding. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Cool. Straighten the left leg, the front leg, as best you can. Once you're able to get the heel down, plant the hands down, lift the hips up. So you're trying to take the left hip a little further out to the left, and then drop the hips back down again. Good. Walk the hands out in front of you beside the knee or the shin. Flex the left toes as best you can, and then just pulse forward, opening up the back of that left leg. Cool. Next one, just sink into your deepest position. Maybe walk the hands all the way out, maybe grabbing the foot, dropping the head down towards the knee. Cool, lift the head, walk the hands back, use your hands, just help to bend that left knee again. Spin the right hand behind you, and then one last time, just go side to side just to rinse all of that out. Good work. Cool, find butterfly briefly, hands towards the feet, sitting up tall, fluttering the knee. Nice, then from here, go ahead, just cross the ankles, bring the hands out in front of you, come to a tabletop position briefly. We'll just take 3 rounds of cat-cow, so plant the hands, plant the knee, inhale, lift or arch the back, lift the heart, look up, keep the arms nice and long. Exhale, tuck the hips, round through the spine, shoulder blades nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And exhale, really squeeze the glutes to press the hips far forward as you can. Big hunchback. And release. Cool. Bring the knees and the feet together. Just scoot the knees forward a little bit. Tuck all of the toes. And then come to sit back on the heels. So in your little toe stand. So maybe you can just use your hands, try and tuck the last little toes as well. Cool, so you're sitting up here, hands just resting on the thigh. Now from here, we'll do a little mobility sequence for the hips and the ankle. So from here, you're going to try and lift the knees. Now, let's use the hands on this first one. So you're going to try and lift the knees, and then you're going to try and drop the heels back down, reach the arms out in front of you. Now, if you're able to touch down with the heels, great. It's still a bit of a stretch for me even. And then you're going to try and do the reverse. So slowly try and bring the knees down to touch down. Then lift the hips all the way up. Untuck the toes, cross the hands over the chest. And so instead of a back bend, you're going to keep this body as straight as you can from the knees to the shoulders. You're just going to lean back. So the hips are going to still press forward, lean back. Press the tops of the feet and the shins down and pull yourself back up again, or press yourself back up again. Tuck the toes, release the hands, sit back on the heel. Good. Then slowly see if you can lift the knees, maybe this time without the hands. Drop the heels, reach the arms out in front of you. Good. Then come forward, drop the knee, lift the hips, untuck the toes, cross the arms, lean back, press the tops of the feet down, squeeze the butt, press yourself up again. Good. Tuck the toes, sit the hips back, lift the knee. Reach the arms forward. Good. We're just going to take a few more. Cross arms. Good. You should feel a nice stretch in those quads as you're leaning back. Good. The next time, cool. Let's hold here in the squat and just focus on this first movement. So try and slowly drop the knees down and then slowly come back. Drop the knees down. Good. And then lift the knees up, drop the heels down. Take 2 more. Good. On this next one, coming to the rest of the movement or the sequence, drop the knee, lift the hip, untuck the toes, lean back. Press up, tuck toes, drop the hips, lean back. One last full round here. Drop the knees, lift the hips, untuck the toes. See if you can take 2 here. So lean back, press up. Good. On this next one, lean back and hold. Lean back. Keep squeezing the butt. Hold for 5, 4, 3. Squeeze everything. Come all the way up. Nice. Release the hands. Tuck the toe. Sink the hips back. Lift the knees. Nice. And then just drop the knees. Come to find tabletop. Cool. So in your tabletop, bring the right knee to the right ankle, pretty like you would set up for pigeon. So you're pretty much bringing that right shin forwards. Yeah. But instead of extending the left leg back, I want you to bring the left knee to the sole of the right foot. Yeah, so to show you from this angle. Cool. So you want to take your knee nice and wide. Good. So you're going to press the right knee, right shin down. And from here, you're going to try and pull the hips back, lean the chest forward. Let's just go palms together, center of the chest. If you need to drop the hands to the floor, go for it. Otherwise, you're going to lift right back up. Good. Pull the hips back. Try and pull the hips back evenly in space. And then come back up. Good. Let's take 5 more. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Drive the knees down. Press the hips forward. Lower. Lift. Keep looking out in front of you. Lower here and hold your deepest position. Good. Keep looking out in front. Keep pulling the hips back. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Good. Keep the legs. Just drop the hands down. And now extend your left leg all the way back for pigeon. So keep the right leg where it is. The left leg comes all the way back. Nice. And then walk the hands out into your pigeon. So we're going to come into pigeon maybe once or twice more. So we'll just be here for 5 breaths. After those 5, bring the hands back in. Bring the left foot in just a fraction. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Press the edge of the right foot down and lift the right knee. Good. And then so we're going to pulse. You're going to try and pull your hips back like you're kind of straightening the right leg and then sink forwards again. Pull back. Sink forward. So press the hands down. Pull back. Come forward. Pull back. Come forward. Good. Pull back. Hold here in your highest position with the hips. Pressing the hands down. Pressing the edge of the right foot down. Good. Then drop the right knee all the way down again. Take the left leg back. This time, walk your hands back. Try and come into an upright position. And again, try and use less support of the hands. So if you can, maybe balancing on the fingertips. Maybe the hands float. Maybe you're able to reach the arms all the way up. Good. Good. Take one more big breath and go nice and tall. Reach the hands all the way up. And then on your exhale, hands down, extend that into your pigeon again. Part 2. Drop the forehead down. Nice. And just 5 more breaths here. And so just noticing the difference in your passive, I guess, range of motion here after working through like some active range. All right. Slowly bring the hands back in. Tuck the back toes. Lift the right knee. This time take the right leg all the way up, three-legged dog. And then bend the knee, bring the knee to the nose. So come high onto your left toes, roll the weight forwards, bring the right heel in towards the butt. And then step the foot through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. And then pull the hips back, straighten the front leg. If you can, lift the toes up with you, maybe come onto the fingertips. Dig the right heel into the ground and pull the right hip back. Good, then plant the right foot, bend into the right knee. Step the right foot back, plank, and then just drop the knees. Left knee comes towards the left wrist. Left foot comes just behind the right wrist. Yeah, so you're set, and then you're going to bring the right knee forwards to the sole of the right foot. And then you're going to come to stand. Yeah. Palms at the center of the chest. Good. Bring the hips forwards to begin, and then pull the hips back. Lean the chest forward. Pull back. Good. Lean back. Good. The gaze is forwards the whole time. Again, try and feel your left and your right hip coming back as evenly as you can or in the same line. Take two more here. Last one we're holding. So pull hips back, lean chest forwards, good. Keep looking at the front. Breathe into that next hip. And then right. Drop the hand. Right leg comes all the way back. So part one, pigeon pose, extend the arms all the way out, sink in. Good, then we're coming back up. The hands are coming back in. The back toes tucking. Left foot, so lift the back knee. Keep the left foot down, lift the left knee. Good. Then you're going to try and lift the hips or pull the hips back and then reach the hips forward. Back and forward. Good. On this next one, pull the hips back and hold at your highest position with the hips, keeping the hands down and the arms long. Good. Then come forwards, drop the left knee down again. This time, bring the hands back, come into that upright or active pigeon first. Good. And then reach the arm up. I'm pretty sure we all did on the other side. Keep lifting. Good. Deep breath in. Grow as tall as you can through the spine. And then slowly bring the hands down. Slowly extend the arms. Part two, pigeon pose. All right, last breath. Back. Once the hands make it back, left toes tucked. Take your time to come into three-legged dog first. Left leg lifting. And then pull that same leg knee to the nose, round as much as you can. And then step the foot through. Come up briefly, high crescent line. On your exhale, hands come down. Maybe stay on your fingertips. Pull the left leg back or the hip back. Digging the left heel down. If you can, lift the toes and drop the head towards that. Good. Bend into that front knee. Step the left foot back, plank. So high plank. We'll take one push up here before our vinyasa flow. So slowly lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Big push plank. Now the knees drop, pull the hips back, drop the forearms. Inhale, slide your chest through, past your hands, upward facing, and then downward facing. Nicely done. Go ahead, drop the knees, find tabletop. So from your tabletop position, hands down, obviously knees down. And then you're going to take your right knee out to the side. So see, here you're good. You're going to try and keep your knee and the foot at the same height. Then you're going to find internal rotation, meaning you try and turn the sole of the right foot up. Good. Then you're going to circle the right knee back and then place it back down just for a split second next to the left knee. Then you're going to come back up, as in lifting the foot up here. Yeah. And then you're going to find external rotation, so taking the knee out wide. And then circle the knee back in. Yeah, so that's one full rotation. So you take the knee out wide. You find internal rotation. So you're spinning the femur down, turning the sole of the foot up. Good. And then you're circling the knee back down. That's half around. And then take back up, sole of the foot up. External rotation to take the knee and the foot wide. And then slowly bring the knee back down. So pretty much the whole time your knee is bent in a right angle, yeah? So let's take one more. And again, I want you to be mindful. Try and keep your belly and your chest facing down. Obviously, everything's going to want to turn to that side of the leg that we're opening, that hip that we're opening. Try and square your belly down. So a decent amount of core activation here required. Good. Find that internal rotation. Turn the sole of the foot up. Circle the knee back. Good. Come back. Find external rotation. Circle back. Down. One more round. Come wide. Internal rotation, sole of the foot up, spin the knee in. Good. On your way back, we'll hold. So take the foot up, find that external rotation, and then we'll hold here with the knee and the foot wide. Then we're going to pulse that knee up 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold up 5, press the hands down, contracting the core, turning the belly down. Knee comes down. And then that same knee or that same foot, step it through the hands. Right foot forward. Cool. So from here, reach the arms up, high crescent line. And then you're just going to interlace the fingers, press the hands down on the thigh, and just find a bit of movement here forwards and back. Actually, let's keep the back toes tucked. Yep. Should give you a little bit more access to that left hip flexor. Good. Keep the back toes tucked. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, center of the chest, and then just one twist to your right. So left elbow finds right knee. If you like, you can just pick up that back knee since the toes are already tucked. If you do, keep squeezing left thigh to keep that back leg as straight as you can. Good. And slowly drop the back knee. Inhale, spin the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Set up for lizard. So walk your right foot wide, edge of the mat. Press your hands down, lift the back knee again, and walk your hands out in front of you. So holding here for a moment. Now with the hands out, all we're going to do is work on this right leg. So you're going to try and turn the right foot to the edge of the foot. Good. And then place it back down. Turn out. Try and keep the back leg lifted. Roll back. Turn out. Roll back. Turn out. Roll back. Turn out and hold. So keep pressing, keep squeezing left thigh, lifting left kneecap. Good. Maybe you can even walk the hands, come onto your fingertips. Hold for 5. Keep pressing your left heel back. Good. Then lift the head, bring the hands back in beside that right foot. Drop the back knee. Right hand is going to come to the right thigh. Either staying here or bend your back knee, reach back and grab a hold of the foot with your right hand. Good. Looking up over that right shoulder. Good. Then slowly release. Walk the foot back in between the hands. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, high crescent line. Good. Then from here, we're going to lower the knee towards the ground. Not going to touch, but just hover off the floor. And then back up. Good. And then one more time. Lower down, hover just off the floor. Hold here. Holding for 7, 6, 5, 4. Really squeeze that left glute to keep driving that left hip forward. Good. And then drop the back knee down. Good. Keep the back toes tucked. Inhale, reach the arms up. Drop the right arm by your side. If you have a block, it might be handy here just to rest the right hand down. And then you're going to take a side bend with your left arm. If you don't have a block, no dramas, you can just let the arm hang, or you might even be able to bring the fingertip to the ground. But what's more important here is that big side stretch with the left arm. Good. Stay here. Breathe. Maybe see if you can look up towards the left fingertip. Nice. Inhale, come up. Both arms. Exhale, hands come down. Untuck the back toes. Pull the hips back straight in your front leg. Drop the head towards the knee. And just let that right leg go. But again, still keeping it active. Toes lift. Right heel digs into the ground. The right hip pulls back to find that length at the back of the leg. Nice. Then come forward into your runner's lunge. Tuck the back toes, lifting the back knee. Right foot steps back. Plank. And then we just drop the knees. So we'll come straight into the other side. So finding your tabletop. Good. So try and keep belly and chest square to the floor. Left knee swings out to the side. Good. Roll the femur down, turn the sole of the foot up. And then slowly swing the knee back. And touch back down beside the right foot. Then come back up with that left knee bent at 90 degrees. This time bend the knee out and the foot. And then slowly circle it back. Good. So just take 3 more rounds from here. Good. On this last one on the way back, we'll hold. So come up. Take that external rotation. Holding here and then pulsing 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your highest position on 5. And then knee comes down, foot steps forward. Low lunge. All right. Hands come up. So back toes tucked, hands come up. Feel low lunge. Then just interlace your fingers, bring the hands down on that left thigh. Find a bit of movement here, forward and back. Good, sink forward, but not to the point where you're completely disengaging your low back. Good, and then stay there, reach your arms up. Palms together, center of the chest. Twist to your left. Good, hook elbow. Try and bring the backs of the thumbs to the center of the chest. Good, and again, if you like, you can lift back knee. Looking over that left shoulder. Keep pressing the knee into the elbow. Back knee slowly comes down. Inhale, spin the chest forward, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down, setting up the lizard. So left foot comes wide. Nice. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Find a bit of movement, just rocking your weight forwards and back. And then come forward and walk your hands forward. Good. From this position here, we're doing the left foot. So turning onto the edge of the left foot, letting the left knee splay out wide, and then turning it back down. Turn wide, bring back. Good. Keep going. Keep that back leg nice and strong and stiff. Good. On this next one, hold out wide to allow the knee to splay out as wide as you can. Maybe see if you can walk the hands a little further, come onto those fingertips. And then lift the head, bring the hands back, turn the sole of the foot back down again, drop the back knee, bring the hands down, left hand, left thigh or knee, either staying here looking over left shoulder or bending back knee, reach back and grab a hold of that right foot, left hand. Once you do, it's like you're trying to drop the right hip or the hips down to the ground, but you're trying to lift the chest. You're spinning up over that left shoulder. Have a decent amount of weight down through your right hand. And the heel of your hand. Press down through the heel of the right hand. Release the back foot. Good. Bring the hand, bring the foot back in between the hand. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee. Inhale, arms up under the arms. Bend into the front knee. Good. Then twice, you're going to lower the back knee. Lift the back knee. You're going to lower the back knee and hold just off the floor. 5, 4, keep the chest up, keep driving right forward. And drop the back knee down, keep the arms up. Just drop the left arm down. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and then take that side bend to the left. But maybe see if you can look up towards the right hand. Good, slowly come back up both arms. Exhale, hands come down. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, shine the chest forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg, Ardha Hanuman, half split. Head drops towards the knee. All right, come forward. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, back knee lifts. Stepping back into plank. So taking that push up first when you're ready, keep the elbows in tight. Drop the knees, pull the hips back, drop the forearms, slide past the hands, press all the way up. Roll over the toes, down dog. Cool. Pedal the feet out briefly. And then from your down dog, I want you to walk forwards to the front of your mat. So find yourself in a forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale. And then you're going to turn the toes out and find malasana, or your low squat. Good. Now from here, try and bring your arms or even your shoulders as far inside of the knees as you can. And instead of going palms together, let's make two fists. Press the fists together and take the elbows nice and wide. And feel your spine kind of ejecting or growing tall out of the hip. Coming into as more of an upright position as you can. Good. And then stay here, keep that engagement, try and open the arms wide to take the knees back. Nice. Now we'll just go palm. Cool. So from here, your right hand is going to grab your left ankle. As you do that, try and bring this right shoulder inside the knee even more. Good. And although you're going to be pulling the left ankle, at the same time, press the left knee away and spin the left arm up. Now, stay here. Bring the left hand to the back of the head and try and turn the elbow up. Nice work, Chris. Take the left arm all the way up again, straight. And then slowly sweep the left hand across to the right ankle. Bring the left shoulder as far in as you can. Pull the right ankle, press the left knee away, spin the right arm up. Bring the hand to the back of the head. Try and turn the elbow up to find a little extra depth. Keep that lift in the elbow and the shoulder, and then just extend the arm again. And then slowly come back, palms together. Press the knees over. Cool. One more little drill here from our malasana. So what we're going to do, one knee at a time. So we're going to try and, so if you see the line of your feet, yeah, imagine you drew straight lines out in the continuation of your feet. You're going to try and one knee at a time, lift the knee up and bring the knee down to the floor space in that line. Yeah. And then you're going to try and come back and then take it to the other side. Now for myself, I can't quite touch down on the left knee. So what I do is I just bring a block just to bring the ground a bit higher, touch down, and then come back. Yeah, let's take 5 rotations each side. It's a bit of an awkward one. Kind of similar to the toe stand movement we did earlier, but just working into one foot or knee at a time here. Good. Nice. Last one. Good. Find center again. Press, bring the elbows as low and deep as you can. Press everything open, grow tall. Then drop the hands down. Slowly forward, fold, straightening the leg. Maybe even catch the elbows here. Any forward fold that you like. You can ragdoll. You can grab the big toes. You can wedge the hands underneath the feet. Nice. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then slowly just plant the hands, drop the knees down like you would just for tabletop. Now for this last one, we're going to finish with frog pose and probably supported bridge. So for your frog, you probably want to turn sideways so you have the width of your mat. If you need more support, you can double fold your mat. It looks like you're on carpet there, so it might be all right for you. But even still, just use all the support you need underneath the knees. So basically, we're going to take the knees nice and wide as you can, pretty much, and see if you can take the feet out to the same width as the knee. Good. And try and have the toes pointing away from each other. Good. So heels facing each other. Find your deepest position, and then maybe just drop down onto the forearm. And then we're just going to pulse the hips forwards and back. Good. Then I want you to find your deepest position, or hold your deepest position, as in as you pulse back, hold that deep position. And then we're going to bring a bit of movement into the feet. So starting with the right foot, all you're going to do, just have a little bit of weight down through your forearms so that you're not collapsing in the shoulders, yeah? All you're going to do with the right foot, you're going to try and lift your right foot off the floor and lower it back. Yeah, we're going to take 7, 2. Keep the hips back though. 3, they'll probably want to move forward. 4, 5, 6, holding on 7 here. As you hold, see if you can scoot the hips back even more. Maybe even try and flex the right toes up towards the knee. 3, 2, 1. Release. Pulse the hips here. Forward. Cool. Hold your deepest position back again. And then this time left foot. Lift and lower. Like you're trying to roll to the top of the knee. Low. Good. 4, 5, 6. Holding on 7 here. Press the hips back. Flex the left toe. And release. Pulse the hips forward. We have one more, yeah? Moving both feet together. So just continue to pulse. And then find your deepest position. Hold that. Good. Look forward. So you don't even have to look forward really, but just work on lifting both feet. And 2, 3, really press the knees down. 4, 5, 6, and last, hold here. Flex both toes. Pull the hips back. Nice. Drop the feet. Pulse the hips one last time. And then just hold your deepest position and just take 3 solid breaths. Nicely done. Slowly make your way back onto the hand. Feet in, the knees in, the feet in, the knees in, until you're all the way back. And then you can make your way onto your backs. Now, if you have a block, yes, you do. We'll just take supported bridge. Should feel really nice after the frog pose. So just lift the hips. Take your block on whatever height you need right now. Let the block hold you up. And then just extend your legs. Maybe even take the arms over the head, so it's just a nice full body hangout on the block. Feel the lightness in the hips. Feel the energy around the hip flexors from all that work in frog just before. Feel that all kind of clearing. If you want to stay here for longer, by all means, feel free. Or otherwise, you can make your way back just into your regular Shavasana. Or another option might be reclined butterfly, even if you like. After all the hip work, as always, just listen to whatever your body is asking for, or whatever you're intuitively feeling. And in your own time, come to your final round, final state. Maybe even take one last sigh or exhale out. Let your breath breathe. You can pretty much forget everything I've said. And before you just take a moment to bring some awareness back back into the body, and just notice your body. And notice any newfound space, any changes, maybe more so around the legs, the hips, but maybe also noticing some space in the breath, space in the like, space. Or just any other change. Yeah, really good and important that we reflect or understand and own the fruits of our work or labor. Then eventually slowly start to bring them back. Taking the time to sit up. Eyes can just stay closed, palms can come together. Take an exhale out through the system. Taking one full deep breath in. Big sigh, exhale. Rubbing the hands, feeling all your efforts. Just take the hands to the face, cover the face, massage. Palms come back together, eyes open.